What is Islam and who are Muslims? Well, quite simply, Islam is the name of the second largest religion in the world with close to 2 billion followers. And a Muslim is a follower of the religion. The word Islam actually has some very interesting meaning behind it, as it comes from a root word which means peace. And actually, when you look at the whole term Islam, it means to achieve peace through the submission to the will of God. And a Muslim is one who is actively trying to do that. How many Muslims are there in the United States, you might wonder? Well, quite honestly, only about 1% of the total country's population is Muslim, at around 4 to 5 million people. In Oklahoma, ironically, the population of Muslims is only 1% as well, at around 40,000 individuals. The reason that is important to know is because oftentimes when people are underrepresented in society, it's much harder to get to know them because you may not interact with them on a daily basis. What's the first thing I want you to know about the Islamic faith? Well, quite simply, it may be a lot more familiar to you than you at first realize. And the reason that is because Islam is one of the Abrahamic traditions, and it has a lot more in common with Judaism and Christianity than it does different. Therefore, as you learn about the Islamic faith in these videos, you're going to see and hear things that are going to sound very similar to beliefs you may already be aware of, despite the fact that you're going to also learn some things that are going to be very different. Last but not least, it's important to note that there's a lot of diversity within the Muslim community. Muslims originate from over 50 different Muslim majority countries across the world, whether it be Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, Morocco, Egypt, Indonesia, just to name a few. Not to mention the growing presence of converts to the Islamic faith in America, as it is one of the fastest growing religions in our country. That being said, there's also a lot of diversity within the faith as to how people practice it. So what we will be covering in these videos are the general religious practices, but know that observances can and will vary.